I'ma get it by myself, yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, ladies and gentlemen, are you ready? Are you ready? Get ready, dog.
Hey everybody, it's the coach, and this is Monday Night Football on EA Sports. Coming up, we've got a good one between the Buffalo Bills and the New York Jets. I'll be back at halftime to look at some of these stats and scores from Sunday's action. But for now, it's Monday Night Football. And to call the action, here are Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Coach, take the Lincoln Tunnel through Weehawken, through Secaucus, across the Hackensack River, and you'll arrive, as we have, at MetLife Stadium at East Rutherford, New Jersey. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Buffalo Bills and the New York Jets. Hi again, everyone. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And, Charles, you look at this Jets ball club. They were winners last time out, so they'll be looking, Charles, to make it 2 in a row.
And what I enjoyed when I watched their game tape and their victory last week is they put it together in every phase. Good offense, good defense, and some key plays on special teams. Let's see if they can get that second win in a row.
Meanwhile, for the visiting Bills, they come in at an early crossroads here, facing a tough opponent on the road where a loss would make them 0-3.
And when you start that way, doubts really start to creep into a locker room, and guys start to battle each other instead of worrying about winning games.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. So here come the Bills on offense for the first time. Commanding the offense will be the 7th overall pick of the 2018 draft. It's Josh Allen.
And frankly, this is the type of game that a great quarterback relishes, because 0-2 on the road, everything's against him and his team. No one can expect them to win. Sometimes you band together real tight in that situation, and if he plays really well, they've got a chance to get that done.
Now a first carry for Lamar Miller. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Now it's Miller. A look now at the defensive starters for the Jets. They were very strong last week in the win over Carolina.
And the big difference in the game, their ability to force turnovers. Multiple, in fact. Being able to take the ball away, give it back to their offense, the big difference in the game.
It was impressive. Now the question, can they duplicate it? A tough spot here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 7. Here's Allen to throw it. Setting up the screen for Miller. 5 yards on the screen, but that'll take us to 4th down.
They dialed up the screen pass on 3rd down, and for a second it looked like it was all going to come together, and they had a chance to pick up a 1st down, but the defense got there and finished it off.
They punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. Now here's Ross. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. A good return there, call it 13 yards. And the Jets will take over 1st and 10. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
I'm coming for you, son. I'm coming for you, son. Why? Get closer.
This is the Oklahoma State alum, Chris Carson. Not much there, maybe a couple up to the 35.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
And this defense not giving him anything there, maybe a yard up to the 36. Now 3rd down is looming, a pickup of 2 on 1st down and just 1 yard there. An extra defensive back here for the Bills on 3rd down.
You don't want none, baby. You don't want none.
Darnold from the gun. And able to connect with Berrios. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the 1st. Now it's Carson. The numbers on the ground for Carson last week. The hat trick +1, 4 trips to the end zone with his legs.
And, partner, you know how all the guys do when they do that little symbol now about eating, right? Keep feeding me, feeding me. They just kept feeding him, and next thing you know, he kept getting in the end zone.
They'll run it here. This is Marlon Mack. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards.
That didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
Take the mic, boys. 56. Check 56. Young lady. You're not ready.
Throwing here on 3rd down. Darnold. Man open. That's Kiki QT complete. And he's got a 1st down as the tackle made at the Bills' 41-yard line.
I don't believe that this opening drive is surprising to either one of us after the time we spent with the coaching staff and players prior to the game. What about you?
Absolutely. Not only that, but that big article in the paper this morning about their philosophy on starting games like you're shot out of a cannon, and that's what they've done. Very methodical here on this first drive.
Yeah, so many teams talk about that fast start. We're actually seeing it happen right here in front of us.
But now the kicker. Can they cap it off by putting the ball in the end zone? And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up.
Get him, boys. Get him, boys. Ready? 26, 25. Check the lady. 25.
On 2nd down, it's Carson. And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line.
We play to win. Let's go.
He was solid last week, over 100 yards in their victory on the ground. They want to get that going again.
Absolutely. What they also understand is that from week to week, it's not necessarily the same, but they want it to be, right? What they saw last week on the ground, they want to see in this game as well.
A play fake, and it's Darnold. They'll roll him out right. Open man is Ross, complete. Now a stoppage here as we've got a Bill shaken up on the play. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside.
56 is the mic. And come on out here. Ready? Come get some.
On the ground with Bryce Love, the former Stanford Cardinal. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
Goal line offense, something they've really been emphasizing in practice lately. Now they have a chance here to put all that hard work to use. This will be caught at about the 5. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. He'll get only 2 there, and it's 2nd and goal.
And, partner, I think that's a great example that not all tight ends are created equal because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
And he's maybe going to get this back to the 4, but that's about all. No gain on the play there. They're going to need to come up with something better here on 3rd and goal.
Mike, 56, right there, 56. I want that.
Now Darnold on 3rd and goal. Herndon hauls it in for the Jet touchdown. Chris Herndon, his 2nd touchdown on the season, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. An ideal start for them, really. You force the punt, and then you go down and score.
And you've got to see a fist pump on the sideline from the head coach, don't you? Because he's turned into his bench, and he's telling his team, this is how we prepare. Force the punt, go downfield and score. I told you guys, it's just like a boxer in the gym preparing for the fight. Now we get to turn it all loose.
Here's the Buffalo offense now as they get set to take over here. And on the first drive, 3 and out. And I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of the game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way, that's what all the guys are looking for.
And that'll be accepted, of course, and that moves them back 5. And that false start penalty certainly not helping their cause here. 2nd down and long. Here's Allen. And he finds Tyler Croft. It's a 4-yard pickup, and all of a sudden here, it's 3rd down.
I know exactly what's going to be said about that play from the defensive perspective.
What's that?
That's why I tell all you guys we need more than one tackler to the ball. He broke the first tackle. Luckily enough, there were more people there to get him down.
Neutral zone infraction, defense.
A little eager there coming in from his outside linebacker position.
You think the hard count got him there?
Yes.
Maybe that extra hut, that extra emphasis on it, got him to jump, and they picked up 5 yards.
Throwing now is Allen. And that's caught by Beasley. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. The 21 yards there as they convert on 3rd. So in Jet territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. From the gun, it's Allen. And the grab by Croft. And able to break 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. Lamar Miller. And able to push forward for right around 3 yards down to the 42.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size and these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
The Bills with a football as we start quarter number 2. And they're driving, but they come up on a 3rd and short here. To the air, Allen. And that's complete to Croft. And he gets it to the 34, good enough for the first. Give him 7 yards on the play as they do pick up the 3rd down conversion. Allen going to come to the line here, 1st and 10. And he's a perfect 5 for 5 here to begin the game. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down.
Well, I know it goes against the instincts of the person catching the ball because all you're ever taught is catch the football, don't drop it.
But drop it there.
Yeah, in that situation, dropping it would have been better. End up losing yardage even though they completed the pass.
As good as a sack.
Yeah, how about that? Although they won't get the same credit for it, and it won't help them at contract time.
That'll go as a loss of 5, and it'll be a 2nd and long. After the penalty, it's Miller. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. No gain on the play this time, and it'll be a 3rd and long situation coming up. This offense 2 for 2 on 3rd downs on this drive. They're in for a tough task here, though, 3rd and long. And he's got to be frustrated. Bottled up for the 3rd straight play. That'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play. And it'll be 4th down. Well, another example right there how this defense really is winning the entire game at the point of attack.
Yeah, right there at the line of scrimmage because they are dominating it. It allows their interior guys to get upfield and spill into the backfield. So how are you going to combat that? You know, people say bring in your tight end, keep him in. Your running backs, they have to step forward. Bottom line, your offensive line has to block them first to give yourself a chance.
Darnold on first down. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. A good pickup there, 26 yards. So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. This is Carson. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
On 2nd down now, it's Carson. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. The Jets on 3rd down. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. This is 3rd and 7. Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect.
Nice play there to force the incompletion, and to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle, going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get the feeling they keep making plays like that, they might just get a few.
Yeah, once you get one, defensive teams think they come in bunches. That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb.
Check.
They'll start out on the ground. It's Lamar Miller. And he's upended at the 6 as they double their room to maneuver on a pickup of 3.
And that's frustrating for a defense because they've got them pinned down deep. And on the first play, they gave up a run that keeps an offense on schedule.
Yeah, because 3 to 4 yards, that's all you're looking for right there, right?
That's absolutely perfect, really, as a play call. You get 3 to 4 yards on first down. That's what they talk about to us all the time, about being ahead of the chains or on target, ahead of schedule. They were after that run.
Allen going to throw. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he'll go down for a loss inside his own 5 at the 4. That winds up being a 4-yard loss and leads to 4th down.
I love the intelligence the defense just showed there. Read their keys, saw the screen developing, ran to it, and smothered it. What a 3rd down stop by them.
They'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Great blocking, nearly sprung in there. 28-yard return. And the Jets will have a short field to work with as they take over 1st and 10.
Mike, 56, right there, 56.
On first down, it's Darnold. This short throw caught by Goddard. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
Darnold completes it, and he'll get it down this time to the 17. A gain of 6 there on first. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. They'll fake the handoff. Now Darnold sliding out of the pocket. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up 3rd down. Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a 1st down.
A reminder coming up just a few minutes from now, we'll send you to Jonathan Coachman and our crew in Orlando. Coach will have a look back at some of the stats and scores from yesterday's action. Darnold to throw again. And this will be caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Jets. Dallas Goedert, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Jets will extend their lead. And he is a reliable target. They like to get him involved. They got him involved there for the score. And they should. He's a very good player. Remember, they can use him in certain positions, so many different spots, and he usually comes through for them. So the drive there took 6 plays, and it's finished off by a New York Jets touchdown. This is taken at his 4. Then he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. And a look now at Lamar Miller. He's had a good chunk of carries. Problem is for very little success. I don't want to put it all on his shoulders, but that's a big reason they're losing right now.
Have to be very careful that he doesn't start pointing fingers. Offensive line obviously trying. The defense has done a nice job against him today. When it's all said and done, it's all about the guy in the mirror. He has to get it done better going forward.
We'll see if he can look and do some soul searching now. Now this one over the middle into the hands of his tight end, complete. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. We'll check on his status when we get back. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Allen. This is Miller, complete. They'll get a couple yards on that one, and it'll make it a 2nd down. A 4-receiver look here. 3 out to the left, 1 to the right on 2nd and 8. Complete to Jones. And finally, down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. First trip to the red zone for the Bills. They've got it 1st and goal at the 7. Allen to throw once more. And an incomplete pass. That'll stop the clock here with just under a minute to play in half number 1. They'll try again here from the 7 on 2nd and goal. Now Allen again. And he's going to be dropped. Back at the 15-yard line. Leonard Williams, the former number 6 overall pick, got the sack that time. And now because of the sack, it's 3rd and goal from the 14. Now Allen. Allen hit. He lost the football. And it's scooped up by the Jets. He's at the 50. And he'll take this across midfield and inside the 45. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside.
Mike, 56, right there, 56. Night, sweetheart.
So following the fumble recovery, here's Darnold. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
Over the Dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
So second down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43. Darnold. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. That'll be incomplete as the clock will stop with 14 seconds remaining. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Darnold from the gun. Incomplete, and we're down to 8 seconds now. Here's Lachlan Edwards now, as he'll kick it away for the second time. .44 on his first punt, and this is a good kick as well. And a little too much mustard on that one. It hits a couple yards into the end zone. A missed opportunity there maybe to pin him back. Final play of the first half, barring a penalty, as they come up on 1st and 10. We have hit halftime, and we will skip the highlight show this week. Get right back to this Week 3 matchup. This will be fielded at the 6. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. So here are the Jets now to take over. They've got the lead right now. You remember last week they defeated the Carolina Panthers here. Good momentum. To throw is Darnold. He's going to have the hook up to Ross. It'll go as a gain of 11 and a Jets first down.
Now that was pretty. They executed that curl route versus zone coverage, and that changes things a little bit because against man, it's often a tight curl, tight, sharply run route. Against zone, you're just looking for that open spot, that dead area, so you may curl it a little bit wider just to get to that place.
And usually a tight window. He fired a bullet in there for the completion. From the 50, it's Darnold. Open man is QT, complete. And he's got a first down as the tackle made at the Bills' 41-yard line. Catch number 100 for his career right there, and it's good enough to keep the chains moving. They go play action here on first down. That's complete. It's Bell. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39. And some concerns caused him to slip to the 5th round. I guess if you're him, the good news is you kind of flew under the radar. Maybe expectations are low. You can come in and prove something.
And a lot to prove because those off-field concerns that creep in on you, you want to prove that they're all wrong, that they don't matter, that you are a much better player than what people picture.
They added a lot of talent to a roster that really needed an infusion of youth. They got a very good infusion of youth.
And they didn't really reach to get anyone as well. They stuck to their draft philosophy, got the best players they could at the time they were drafting, and inserted them into their lineup.
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. That sack by Tremaine Edmonds.
And plays like that really hurt play calling. They had a really nice gain on the previous play, but gave about half the yardage back on the sack. Excellent pressure up front, nowhere to go with the football. Down he goes.
Now, meanwhile, here's a second down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. Tremaine Edmonds, the linebacker, able to break that one up. This defense tried to do its part, active hands on that play, but their offense hasn't given them much to work with.
So they're not going to worry about it. On their side of the ball, all they're concerned about, can they create some scoring opportunities and help out that offense?
Here's Darnold. There goes a deep ball, end zone. And this is intercepted, but they'll say out of bounds. Oh, very close to a turnover there in the end zone. The Buffalo defense does its job, and it's 4th down.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
So put another 3 on the board. All things considered, a good opening drive to begin the 3rd quarter.
And as a defense, The way that this game is going, you're excited to see those points go on the board. Gives them a little bit of leeway to play with when they're out on the field, but they're real excited to see their offense score. Now they get to go out there and do their part.
Allen and the Bills now with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. They'll try and get the run game going. This is Miller. And they're able to swarm him behind the line, and his rough night continues. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. 10th carry now for Lamar Miller. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1.
Well, they certainly haven't been able to get him going and establish the run, so I think it's time to abandon that plan and start chucking it all over the park. And you know who's excited about that? The defensive front. They got to just pin their ears back and get after him now.
That's complete to Meredith. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. So much for the run on 3rd and 1. Instead, it's a big chunk in the pass game. 1st down. So in Jet territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 46. Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen. And this one caught by Beasley. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 11 yards and a Buffalo 1st down. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They'll run with Miller. And he is into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. Lamar Miller, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Bills get a bit closer.
Well, partner, that was another explosive run. And one thing I've learned in our time in this game, yes, the offensive line has to get a lot of credit, but for big runs to occur, the wide receivers have to block well downfield.
And then you have to have a good guy carrying the ball too, right?
Oh, without a doubt. You need that difference maker lugging the rock.
5 plays there on that drive. And Lamar Miller caps it off with a touchdown run. This is taken just shy of the... Now a hit and a loose football. Now this is picked up by the Bills. And a great return as he gets this all the way down close to the 30-yard line. So a teammate picking him up there, that was nearly disaster.
And the way that you coach these things.
After review of the play,
the New York offense taking over for their next possession. The 3rd quarter has not been kind to them. After they built that lead at intermission, they've seen that lead shrink.
And how much of that is simply execution? How much of that is maybe you lose your edge a little bit because you've got a lead? And you do have to credit the other team some because they've made some adjustments to start to slow them down. Can they find those counters now? Those extra plays or plays they haven't run that'll be effective and get them back moving again?
They'll be looking for something here. Anything to seize that momentum back. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down. Darnold now perfect since the 2nd half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. Now it's Darnold. And this is incomplete. He released that awkwardly. It almost looked like a pitcher who gripped his fastball a little too hard and let it go late, and it bounced in front of the plate.
Yeah, one of those fastballs that ends up at 57 feet, not 60 feet, 6 inches. Just a little short with the arm, which is unusual because we saw him in warm-ups. He's got a big, strong arm when he delivers it with confidence.
Here's a throw right side taken in by his tight end. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Jet 1st down. So 1st and 10 now in Buffalo territory at the 41. They run it with Carson. It's a 6-yard pickup, but it gets him to 2nd and 4.
3rd quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
From the 36, Darnold. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you go make a play on the football.
He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield. And he's going to get to the 31, enough for the first down. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Here's Carson. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Now Darnold. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Muhammad Wilkerson sacks him that time, coming in off the edge. And this will probably be the last play of the quarter. Back now here on EA Sports. It's Jet football as they've got the lead here, and we get set to begin quarter number 4. 1 quarter remains here as we wrap up the week on a Monday night. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Throwing here on 3rd down, Darnold. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off by Jordan Poyer. And he's going to get this one to the 23-yard line. 2-score game here in the 4th, and that pick, it kind of keeps the door ajar, doesn't it?
It does, and you wonder about their strategy because with a 2-score lead, you would think maybe you're just sitting on it trying to drain some clock. It's almost like they felt like, hey, we got a good cushion. We can keep pressing it. It ended up costing them.
It'll be a gain of 6, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
This possession means so much for them. They've got to focus on this drive and find a way to make this a one-possession game.
Yes.
Got to get a score.
Yeah, so good with a field goal. Don't necessarily need a touchdown. Now the 2nd down throw on target. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. 10 yards, good enough for a Buffalo first down. Allen now, pretty remarkable. 14 of 15 through the air, only 1 incompletion. And another 1st and 10 here. Now here's a pass on 1st down that's knocked away and incomplete. The safety Jamal Adams able to break that one up. So line of scrimmage still the 39 on 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Allen. He's got the hook up to Miller.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Throwing is Allen on 3rd. It's caught. Jones. And he is into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. A big play there. His first touchdown of the new season, as they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game. So that's a really big play here in the 4th quarter. And don't look now. They're right back in this game.
Did it feel to you, as it did to me, that maybe they were a little bit soft in what they were lining up with on defense? Almost like they were protecting the lead rather than trying to make a play.
And now that lead is down to just 1 score. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. The New York set to take the field. I'm curious to see, Charles, about the play calling on this drive. Last time out, the interception that led to a touchdown. Here we are. I mean, very close, 1-score game.
Yeah, and if I'm a defender, I'm actually chirping to you on the other side of the ball, saying, hey, we picked off the last one. What you going to do about it now? So when you do throw the football, high percentage, but throw it with confidence. If there's any hesitancy at all, it could end up in enemy's hands again.
It'll go as a gain of 11 and a Jets first down. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me. I'm going to keep firing.
And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40. A great Monday night to wrap up the week in football. 2 division rivals and a great finish ahead as we come up on 1st and 10. Looks like he's going to get a couple here on this first down carry, and that'll make it 2nd and 8. Offensively with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Well, think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario, tell you what they're looking for, and make sure that they're still attacking, yet at the same time not going so fast as to leave too much time on the clock.
They'll run on first down with Marlon Mack. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority one.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. Charles, thinking back to what you said in the first quarter, that part of the magic elixir for a road victory for these underdogs was going to be winning the turnover battle. Well, they only have one right now. Look at the scoreboard.
Yeah, not exactly playing to the form that I subscribe, right? When you talk about winning that turnover battle, that evens things out, especially for a road team, especially for a team that's an underdog.
It'll go as a gain of 11 and a Jets first down. Big hook up there, forced to throw it on third down. The connection's going to keep the drive alive and also keep the clock moving.
Yeah, and from a defensive perspective, didn't get a sack, didn't knock the ball free, didn't break up the pass. The clock keeps running on you. You're in a dire situation now.
7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3. This drive's taken more than 3 minutes off the clock already as they come up on second down. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield.
Now, obviously, that's some good work there defensively, being able to stop them and bringing up a key third down. But if you're on the offensive side of the ball, there's an opportunity, because I know what defensive guys are thinking right now. Just stop them, get to the ball. That means it might not be sound defensively. There could be some opportunities.
And you said key third down. Highlight that word. Put it in bold. Here we go.
Mark 56. Check, 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 check. Ready?
And here we go on fourth. Darnold got a man. It's caught. Touchdown, Jets. Ryan Switzer, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Jets will extend their lead.
A lot of people might call this backyard football. Sometimes just understanding who you've got out wide and who you're going to throw it to. Give him an opportunity to go up and make a play, even when contested. Looks like that one worked out pretty well. The trust factor, in effect.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. And we focus on Lamar Miller as he heads back out there and gets set to go again on offense. After some early struggles running the ball, they've really picked it up. Early it just seemed like there were no holes there. Now all of a sudden the holes seem to be there. I don't know if that's just my imagination.
And give them credit that they kept their confidence, because sometimes when you get stuffed big in the running game early, especially for an entire half, it really makes you retreat a little bit, but not this group. They always have the confidence. If they just get their assignments down, they get in sync with their runners, and off they went.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete. Something we haven't really seen much of from him, an incomplete pass.
Yeah, last week he finished at 70%. This week he's up over 80%. I don't know how you slow him down. Pass rush is usually the best way, because a quarterback on his back usually can't complete a pass.
2 yards is all they'll get on the completion. It's fourth down. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on fourth down. They're going for it. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Bills football here as we get you reset. And they're indeed going to go for it here on fourth down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Jets are going to get the football here in great field position. So with that, we can just about close the book on this one, Charles.
Yeah, what's the old expression about slim and none? Well, Slim just left town on that one.
Down to none.
Yes, exactly right.
And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss.
Yeah, let's get second. Ready? Switch. Deuce. Kill. Turn up. Kill. Turn up. 86 by 56. I got you, punk. Check the backer. Hey, check. Red 80.
On second down, here's a run with Mack. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. Now the Bills will use the second of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important third down. Now a give right side. Carson. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. The Bills are going to go ahead and use their final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And his kick is good. And that will extend their lead even further. So they settle for just the 3, but clearly right now anything helps trying to salt this one away in the 4th.
Without a doubt, obviously a touchdown probably would have been the final nail to finish this thing off, but it's still ate up time, got points. So while it's not mission accomplished, it's darn close.
Josh Allen in the offense now. Down by 13. A little over a minute and a half remaining. And they're in danger of a 3rd straight loss as they come up on 1st and 10. Now a deep ball here hauled in just past the 50. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. To throw, it's Allen. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Now Allen to throw. To throw again. And he finds Beasley complete. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. 1st down now, but the clock continues to move. And a scary incompletion, almost picked off. It would have been their first INT of the game. Instead, 2nd down. Line of scrimmage, the 31 as they line up 2nd and 10. Allen going to throw. And his throw's going to be incomplete. They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's a perfect word for it, precise. Because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it, it's not just West Coast offense either. He's putting the ball downfield as well.
Now yet another incompletion here as they fail to connect on 3rd.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. The 3 straight incompletions, they don't care. That hasn't dissuaded them. They're going to go for it on 4th. Allen going to go on 4th down. Completes this one to Meredith. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. 16 yards there, and the Bills have a 1st down.
False start, offense.
Had some momentum going, driving down the field. That'll set him back 1st and 15.
I mean, that type of play, when you've got to go in your direction, shoot, my man Old Mo is arching an eyebrow at him right now. You've got me going. Keep me going.
And, Charles, you know what coaches always tell us. We want to win our home games. That much we know. We want to protect our home turf. They got that done in this one.
Exactly right. When you start a season, everyone's goal, win all of your home games, split your road games, and you're likely going to be in the playoffs. But when you win...
much you need, tell me what you wanna give, how much blood would you bleed? I'ma tell you I'm a misconceiver, I'm a believer. Someone better kick my